This tutorial has been created to help you set up your PayPal buttons. PayPal is an online payment system that makes paying for things online and sending and receiving money safe and secure. When you link your bank account, credit card, or debit card to your PayPal account, you can use PayPal to make purchases online with participating stores. As an EFARLEY website client, you will be asked to create a business PayPal account for your online transactions if you do not have one already. Please note that a business PayPal account and a personal PayPal account are not the same things. If you only have a personal PayPal account, we will not be able to use it to process payments for the website. You will need to either upgrade your personal account or create a separate business account for the website. To get started, you will first need to log in to your PayPal account at www.paypal.com using your computer. This process may not be available on mobile devices or PayPal apps at this time. Depending on which version of PayPal you are using, your screen may appear a little differently. In that case, please listen for keywords to help you follow along. Once you have logged into PayPal, you may be greeted with PayPal ads. If this is the case, please click on My PayPal to be taken to the dashboard page. From the dashboard page, let's click on the words Pay and Get Paid. You will then see a list of drop-down options. To the far right of your drop-down, you will see Accept Payments. On this list, towards the bottom, let's find PayPal buttons. You will see several button options. In this tutorial, we will only be covering the button you need for the website, which is Add to Cart. Click on the box that says Add to Cart. Now you have landed on the page where we will create your PayPal button. These steps will need to be repeated for each product or service you wish to sell. Let's start by giving your product or service a title. For this tutorial, I will use the title Peter's Pies. You will use the title for whichever product or service in which you are creating this button. This next step is completely optional. If you have created an inventory system for your product or services, use this optional field to enter your item's ID. This is mostly for your records and will only have little, if any, value to the customer. Okay, now, where it says price, we are going to always skip over this step. Instead, directly below this field, you will see an area that says Customize Button. Using this section of the form will allow you to give your customer options in case additional options are available. Check the box that says Add drop-down menu with price options. Now I will show you what I mean. In the field that says Name of drop-down menu, I'm going to repeat my title. I will enter Peter's Pies. You will enter the title of the product in which you are creating this button. Now, let's give the customer some options. Since my product in this example would be pies, where it says option 1, I will enter my first pie flavor, which will be apple pie. Maybe your product comes in different sizes, colors, or time durations, etc. Use this breakdown to give your customer options. Where it says price, I will enter $10, which represents the price of my apple pie. Do you see how I can now provide customers with multiple options? If your product or service does not require additional options, then option number 1 is the only field you will need to complete. However, before we move on to the next step, I want to add an additional option to ensure you understand how adding multiple options work. For option 2, I'm going to enter peach pie. The price of my peach pie is $15. Now, If you find that you do not need additional options, you will simply need to remove unused fields by clicking Remove Option. If you find you need additional options, click Add another option. You can now click Done and we'll move to the final steps. If your product requires shipping and it is not included in your price above, you can always add separate shipping fees, which will be collected at the time of checkout. To do this, click the button that says Use Specific Amount. Enter the amount that you wish to collect for shipping, and you're all set. These same steps also apply to adding taxes. If you would like to collect taxes on your product, enter the percentage that you would like to collect. This amount will be collected at the time of checkout. Now, we are ready to save your button. After this next step, PayPal is going to provide you with a link that you need to email to your EFARLEY designer. Let's go ahead and click Create Button. Where you see the long link, click Select Code below. It should highlight in the color blue. You will now need to right-click and copy the code. The code should now be emailed to your designer. Follow these steps for each button you would like to add to the website, and you're all set.